Throw a light on, huh? No, it's fine. Just from that angle, bro. Mira. Just from that angle, bro. Ah, la verga. Ah, güey. Okay, put it on mute. I don't want to hear myself. That's better. Huh? Yeah, they are. Todos those leaders? All right, awesome. Awesome. Guys, we'll get this started. It looks like everybody's on. It's just a YouTube live, but it helps us. It helps us with quality of the picture, and then we could also throw some content on there. So, guys, I wanted to tell you guys today's call is. Yeah, you're right. I see my lag on the TV, but it's okay. So today's training is going to be on something that I get asked on a lot is how do we recruit? And if you look at our CRM, if you look at our recruits, our people that are coming in, we're getting about 8 to 10 people a month that consistently want to join Planet Oath team. Some of them start the process. Some of them end up after they figure that they have to go knock doors, just like we understand, they end up dropping off. But I get asked, how do you recruit? And the easiest way is that I can tell you guys, and I guess I wasn't able to break it down for you guys in the past, is we have to learn to aspire to inspire. Like we must want to inspire others. Okay? And that's one of the number one things that's going to help you scale not only your business, it's not only going to help you scale your life, it's not going to help you scale your environment. It's also going to help you with your environment, with your family situation, with your relationships, with everything. And let's get started. So I want to share a couple questions that you should be asking yourselves at all times, which is you got to start with, what is something that you really feel inspiration from? What is something that you really feel inspiration from? And I want you guys to write it down. If you guys are not writing it down, you're going to miss the whole message. Trust me, I'm going to get better as I go. We got distracted a bit. I'm going to get better as I go. You must know what inspires you. Where do you gain inspiration from? From where? That's the first question. The second question is, what is something that your family would consider to be inspiring? What is something that your family would consider to be inspiring? Okay, that's the second question. I need you guys to write it down because I get some of you saying, "Oh, I have a lot of money in the bank. I don't need to do anything else." Well, these questions are to help you start to figure out what inspires you. Okay, what inspires your family, and how you can actually attach all your action and your activity, and that can help you push through any fucking tough day or any tough situation, or just lack of momentum, or you're missing momentum at the moment. The third question is, what is something that your spouse would feel inspiration from? What is something that your spouse would feel inspiration from? What is something that your spouse would feel inspiration from? If you're not inspired, what inspires your wife, your significant other? And the last question is, what is one way you can inspire your team? What is one way that you can inspire your team? What is just one way you can inspire your team? Please write them down. If you need us to go through this again, the first question, I'm going to go through it again. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. What is something that you really feel inspiration from? What is something that you really feel inspiration from? The second is, what is something that your family would consider to be inspiring? The third question is, what is something that your spouse would consider to be inspirational? Something that moves her, right? Something that she feels like she wants to be around all the time. Something that gives her extra energy when we lack that extra energy. What is the one way? And the fourth question is, what is the one way you can inspire your team? What is one way you can inspire your team? Now, let's go through what is inspiration, right? What is inspiration? We're going to go through this one quick. Number one, if you don't know what inspiration is, pay attention and write it down. Screenshot it, whatever you have to do. Inspiring others is about helping them see their own potential and encouraging them to pursue their dreams. Right? Isn't that what I always tell you guys? Isn't that what I always say? I want you guys to be better than me. I want you guys to be better than Planet Oath. Why? Nobody loses here. Everybody wins. Yes, what? You guys can negotiate a little bit more. That's fine. But if you're bringing in numbers, it really doesn't affect the income because your volume is there. So inspiring others is about helping them see their own potential and encouraging them to pursue their own dreams. Number two, there's other ways to inspire people. It's about being a role model, leading by example, showing others what is possible through your own actions and achievements. And that could be the reason why you might not be growing. We got to make sure we understand that inspiring others is not just about putting money in your bank. People tend to want to see visual things, but it's about being a role model and leading by example and showing others what is possible through your actions and your achievements. There's a third one here. When you inspire others, you help them believe in themselves and their own abilities and give them the positive changes in their life. Belief is simply courage placed into action. When you see from up close, which I know that's incorrect, when you see things from up close, it becomes more of a reality. When you inspire others, you help them believe in themselves and their own abilities. Guys, we need to start doing this as leaders. And I know what you're probably asking yourself. I get it. I know what you're asking yourself. How do we inspire? How can we inspire? What are the three sectors of life that we can inspire others? And the first one, and the easiest one that I would say, is lifestyle, vacations, travel, freedom, uncapped income, health, wealth, peace, tranquility. We no longer have to worry about all these things. Accomplishments, homes, cars, outings, growth, upward mobility, family. You can also inspire others by having a great relationship with your wife, with your family. Healthcare, best doctors, best school, healthy eating. These are all lifestyles. All right? And here's the thing. I get it, right? I get it. Some of you are going to say the following things. And I know most of you guys are probably thinking the same shit. I guarantee you. You might be saying, I think Roberto wants us to spend more money. I think Roberto wants us to spend more money. That's what this guy wants us to do. He wants us to spend more money. He wants us to have more bills, right? Does he want to be hated on? Because now I got to put up my life on social media. And now I got to put a little bit more of my family out there, right? That's not what I'm saying. When you guys chose to be leaders, you chose to live a life and help inspire others to live their dreams. But we can't do that if we're not inspiring others, if we're not doing what we're preaching. Now, you're saying you want me to spend money. You saying you want me to spend money, right? That's not what I'm saying. This is something that I literally, like when I was doing the research on this, I was trying to use my experience, and then I was doing some research, how other people see this topic. And I just came to the realization, everything that I'm doing, I didn't do it for anybody else. I didn't do it for anybody. I didn't do it for my family. I didn't do it for my team. I didn't do it for my job. I didn't do it for my business. All the money I spent on the cars, I did it for me. You change the way you look. You change your health habits. You go to the gym a little bit more. You gain more confidence. Who does that benefit? Me. You change the way you look or gain more confidence. You change, somebody put it twice. You change what you eat. You change your health style. Who does that affect? Me. You change your car. You gain new networks, new relationships. Who does that affect? Me. When I'm having a tough day, when I'm getting rained on, yesterday, I had Monchis here. I got like 20 fucking calls. I had to take them. I felt rude. I felt like I was disrespecting. I told them, hey, come here. We're gonna go knock on the door. We're gonna talk. You get to be around the office. You guys can pick some ideas and take it back to the solar guys. And I had like 20, 30, 40 calls, and I didn't stop calling until the end of the day with issues, with problems, and everything. But then I hopped on the fucking Maybach, and it felt good. I changed my environment, and at the same time, I'm inspiring others. I buy a luxury home. What does that do? Not only when you're tired, not only when you're having a bad day, not only when shit's going south, not only are you showing up to a beautiful home and you're feeling like, hey, this is all worth it. All the shit that I'm going through is all worth it. Not only are you saying all these things, but at the same time, you're inspiring others that it's possible to own a luxury home. And at the same time, you're putting your family in a different environment, in a different situation where now you have access to better education for your kids. You have access to safer communities. You have access to more healthy eating, because around these more expensive neighborhoods, there tends to be more expensive restaurants with better healthy choices. You have more healthy entertainment, better hospitals, better fucking dentists. Who is this for? But are you inspiring others at the same time? This is for me. I wanted a nice home. I wanted to show up to a nice house. And in essence, my wants and needs were passed on to my family, to my kids. We used to go to a shitty dentist for the kids. You know, my kids ended up getting some shit on their teeth, two of my kids. And we used to go to a shitty dentist, and they would rough them around and all that shit. And it's because at the time we were still using whatever that free healthcare is. And we would just take them to whatever doctor. And then after a while, Zulema's like, look, we don't have to go there. Like, there's one right here around the corner in San Luis Obispo. There's one around the corner. And I said, okay, let's go. Dude, you show up, and these fucking kids, when they're doing their teeth, they can choose what fucking movie they want to watch. From Lilo and Stitch to fucking the Minions. They get toys right after. They get balloons. It's almost like a circus in there, but the kids are happy as hell. When they show up, they walk into a little toy room, they play, and they wait. And now my kids say this. Instead of saying, I don't want to go to the doctor, they say, I want to go dentist. Come and get a gift. That's the way they talk, right? But you have better access to this. Did I think at the time that this was going to happen? No, I wasn't thinking about it at the time. All I wanted to do is I was being selfish, and I wanted a better home so that when I came home, I felt good. But in essence, it got all that good energy, all that positive outcome of that got passed on to my kids and my family. So be selfish. You buy an expensive home, it's going to positively affect the outcome of everything you do moving forward. You live in a shitty neighborhood? What do you expect? You live in a neighborhood where people get pregnant all the time? What do you expect? You live in a neighborhood where people get shot and the closest thing to a team is a gang? What do you expect? But if you're not willing to change your environment, you won't allow yourself to grow. And the change comes first within us as leaders. It is not a risk when it's for you. Understand that. I need you guys to understand that it's not a risk when it's for you, when it's affecting a positive outcome and what you do things. Yeah, the fucking things that, $3,000 more, whoop-de-doo. I see some of you pick up $3,000 from a fucking override. It's not a big deal. And the reason why I'm bringing up all this positive shit is because that's what it does for your family. That's what it does for your life. That's what it does for your environment, for your kids, for everything. Guys, I'm going to go back on a slide. I want to show you guys something. The lifestyle. When you take care of your family and you're inspiring others, you get access to the healthcare, best doctors, best schools, best healthy eating. Everything's for you. When you accomplishments, when you buy a home and you're having a tough day, again, you show up to your beautiful home, your kids have a big yard, you get to sit outside, you get some lemonades, right? You get to chill and watch your kids do their thing on the backyard, but you're not worried about who's going to break into my house, who's going to do this. You're not. Your outings with your kid are on a different level. When sometimes we want to get away because it's stressful, we rent an Airbnb in Malibu, right next to the beach, and guess what? It has access to the beach. We have pictures, we have memories, and at the same time, we're getting refreshed and we're getting our minds, we're freeing our minds for a little bit so we're able to attack that Monday. So we're able to show up to the fucking office, and when we don't want to show up to the office, we still show up to the fucking office. Why? Because it's our responsibility, and sometimes, and most times, when we drop momentum, we're the first people that have to be there. We're the first people that have to knock a door. We're the first person that has to engage those conversations. And I'm only telling you, we're not perfect. What happened to our team, right? Solar guys kicked ass December and November. Majority of the deals came from them, right? Our team wasn't producing. Did I stop messaging people? Did I stop calling people? Did I stop putting stuff content? Did I stop going to the office? No. I did more of it. I showed up more to the office. I texted more people. I called more people. I tried to do, we went on retreats. We went on all this stuff to build momentum because I understood the way the game works. And if people see me give up, who's going to give up? They are. So you need to start understanding that by living a life of to inspire others is how you're going to become a better recruiter, a greater leader, and a better father for your family. The growth. As soon as you start seeing the results, what happens? You start feeling like, hey, dude, this is working out. But you know, maybe I'm running out of shit to say. I'm running out of content. I need to go read a book more. What does that cost you to do? Grow. That's not for me. It's for you. On this research, I had to go look at some fucking shit online, read some stuff, right? And it came down to this. And then I used my personal experience to explain it. That's why it looks so fluid. But we have to understand that all this shit that we're doing, all the shit that is used to inspire others, it's for us. So why are you not taking care of you? Why? The upward mobility. If you guys close more deals, hey, if you're closing 30, 40 deals, you come to me and say, hey, I need another 10 cents. Bro, here you go. Easy as that. Upward mobility. Vacations. Who are the vacations for? Your family, right? You don't get to look at the check. So why are we looking at the time we spend in the office? Why are we looking at the time we spend in the field? Why are we looking? If you want to not look at the bill, you have to not look at the clock. And you have to fucking show up, especially when your team is not producing, especially when you lost momentum. When you're doing great, you do more. When you're doing not great, you do a lot more. When you're doing amazing, you do a lot more. Travel. Who gets to enjoy that? Your family, your friends, your team. Freedom. Can I say, hey, I'm going to go play a round of golf right now if I'm really fucking stressed? Yes, I can. Guess what? I earned that shit. An hour. Free my mind. Better thought process and come back and fucking attack the day. But not disappear the whole fucking day. Okay? Don't fucking ignore people's calls. Don't do this. Answer their fucking calls. Uncapped income. Can we make unlimited income? Can we not add guys if we're inspiring others? Can we not add guys, recruit more, make more income? Who's that for? Us as leaders. But we have to learn that we have to give something back. We have to learn that we have to give something back. And we're giving something back that's going to inspiring them but helping us. It's a fucking win-win, right? If I drive a Rolls Royce and you're inspired by it, and you're like, man, if Roberto can do it, then I can do it. And you start selling more, I win, right? I win. And then I still get to drive home in a Rolls Royce and feel great. And then now you get to fucking drive around in a nice fucking car and feel amazing. It is a win-win. Then why are we not doing it? Now, here's what we are doing. And I want to tell you guys, and I wanted to end this with this. I'm seeing that a lot of guys are picking up the momentum. So I know you guys are out there working. I know you guys are out there doing your thing, right? So momentum's picking up. So you guys are doing a great job on that. But what I like, this talk is for you guys to understand what you could be doing to increase your numbers, to increase your company, to build a real company, which is starting to integrate. How can I inspire others to do more? And the first step is going to be, am I doing what I'm telling people to do? No hay de perder, guys. You guys cannot lose. And I'm going to go back to the end of the slide, and I just wanted to tell you guys that before we look at this video that I put up for you guys. By creating change in you, you can create a ripple effect of positive change that can make a real difference in our teams, in our communities, in our families, that directly affect us. If my wife is happy, I'm having a great time at home. Change is what we need. Change from you guys first. It's not a risk when everything's going to benefit you. It's not a risk when everything's going to benefit you. It's not a risk. It is not a fucking risk. I'm telling you that. That's your excuse. You're not living a life to inspire others. And one day, somebody's going to figure you out. And you're going to lose whatever you built. Someday, somebody's going to figure you out. And I know nothing's perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not fucking perfect. But I'm always looking at, how can I inspire these guys? What can I do next? How can I grow? How is this going to help my team? How is this going to help myself? How is this going to help my life, my wife, my kids, everyone? But at the end of the day, it comes back to me. Because I know if I accomplish all those things, it's another belt I collect. And to me, that's what matters. So let's check this video out, guys. I hope you guys got something from it. Let's check this video out from Mr. Grant Cardone. Oops.
This is the secret of the successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old.
Oh, hold on. It might be a little choppy, guys. Give me a second, guys. Verga. Grant Cardone's a racist. Is that what he said? Oh shit, is our internet working? What the fuck happened, guys? All right,
this is the secret of the successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm going to be successful. One day I'm going to be successful, and one day I'm going to help a lot of people. I always say this: pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future. Pay the price now. Okay? Pay the price. My buddies were traveling, seeing the world, and I didn't have any of those experiences. I've had people tell me, hey, you market too much. You market too aggressively. Take me off your list. My office tells me we hit the list too much. I'm like, what's the list for? Hit the list. That's what it's for. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth. Look, I've been ridiculed by my peers, by customers, and by competition. I've been judged for working too much, wanting too much, being too colorful, being inappropriate, insensitive, and too out there. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been threatened, I've been sued, I've been betrayed by friends, I've been ripped off, and I've been copied. 30 years, 18-hour days. Not 8-hour days, not 10-hour days, not 12-hour days, 18-hour days. I've been married 15 years to Elena. Not one time has she ever said, you work too much. Not one time. She has never said to me, what are you doing getting home so late? She knows what I'm doing. I'm closing deals. I'm taking care of my family. I'm trying to get to 10x levels. It's been 30 years. 30 years. It's probably going to be 30 years for you too. Doubt, uncertainty, insecurities, rejection, disappointment, judgment. It's going to be 30 years of it. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to pay the price? If anybody thinks you're going to be successful without paying that price, you're wrong.
Guys, that's all I got for you guys today. The question is, you got to ask yourself, besides what inspires you, is, are you willing to pay the fucking price? Are you willing to pay the price? You guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys got something. Fucking crush the day. Let's fucking move forward. Let's fucking inspire people. Let's make this shit happen. Let's fucking be the best fucking motherfuckers we can be in fucking California and in the world, not just for us, but for our family. And for everybody that wants to be like us and wants to follow us, and everybody that trusts that we do what we need to do. When shit gets tough, we are fucking there. You guys have a blessed day. Later, guys.